Hello everyone, and welcome back to Farmer Joe Homesteading. Join us today as we do another farm update while we cover all of the animals on our farm and what we have been up to this past week. Super exciting news. Big Mama has now missed a heat, so we are certain that that means that our ramp that we did worked and that she has bred. She is still in the process of drying up, and we are now getting about a quart a day from her instead of 2 quarts a day. So she is in the dry up process now that she is bred, and we are so excited. The little bottle babies are growing like crazy. They're down to 2 feedings a day now. Little Miss Jessie is 6 weeks old, so she has 2 more weeks on the bottle. And Sally there is 7 weeks, so she's got 1 more week on the bottle. The twins are still doing well. They got their first dose of their Tasvax 8 vaccine because they are now 8 weeks left in their pregnancy, which is so crazy. I can't believe it. Star has given me a bit of a scare. I'm a little bit worried that she might have miscarried, but at this stage, if she'd miscarried, I would have found evidence of that, and I haven't, so I'm hopeful that she still is bred. She just doesn't look as round, but neither does Luna, and so I'm wondering if it's just weather change or if their babies are just dropping in a different position than they were before, which I remember happening last year with the goats as well. That gave me a bit of a scare. So one of my favorite YouTube channels that I follow and keep up with very regularly is Weed 'em and Reap, which I'm sure most of you guys who subscribe to our channel also follow them as well, because they are just really fantastic, and I love watching their farm and seeing all of the different things and getting lots of different goat tips. One of the things is she feeds her goats Brazil nuts. And so I looked it up because I wanted to find a healthy, good treat for the goats. And they are really, really good for them. And it was $6 on Amazon for this package. So it was worth it on Amazon to just grab some organic raw Brazil nuts to try, and we'll see how the girls like them today. Hey, Mama. You want a nut? What about you, Star? You eat anything. Oh, is that good? Oh, he's really good mixed with some alfalfa, eh? Hey, don't eat my fingers. She really likes them. Okay, oh, we dropped that one. That one's for the babies, I guess. Here. There. Okay, that's enough for you. Here, Luna. No, you already had yours. You already had yours. Mama. You want a nut? Ooh, yeah. She says that. Yeah, that's pretty tasty. They keep getting closer and closer. Let's see if we can zoom out. There we go. There we go. Star, you already had yours. Are they tasty? Delicious. Okay, we'll give you one more. Okay, that's enough. Now we gotta find Luna. Do you want one? No, you don't like me. Here. Luna's not as into treats and food driven, so what do you think? Oh, she took it. She ate my phone. You can't eat the phone. No, you already had yours. These are for your sister. No, stop it. Okay, you can have one more, Luna. There we go. Well, that was quite a bit more entertaining than I thought it was going to be. Walked in on the turkeys. And I think I mentioned last week, I was a bit concerned about our fertility because the boys have been fighting and fighting and fighting. So I ended up letting one of the toms back in that was pacing back and forth, because even though he was pacing back and forth and it was bad on him, it was really distracting for the other boys. So I let him in, let them fight it out to see what was like, to kind of establish a pecking order. They have all definitely figured out a pecking order, and we haven't had blood since. So these 3 boys get along very well together. The girls have had a lot of riding marks, so I knew that they were getting ridden. But with that, I was concerned that maybe the toms were just knocking the other boys off without actually fertilizing any, like actually breeding or mating with any of the hens. I was worried they were just knocking each other off, so the girls weren't actually getting bred. But from that 5-minute clip that I took, 4 hens got bred. Mostly all of them by the same tom. There was one tom that was able to sneak in and breed one of the girls. So 4 hens got bred in that time period, and 2 of them are already in the boxes laying an egg. So that's pretty good. The thing I'm the most excited about is that the majority of the female turkeys are being receptive, which means we're gonna have a lot more turkey eggs. Right now I have 2 girls laying out of 7. Sage is definitely not being submissive. She's puffing and displaying for females is their way of telling the toms that they are not feeling submissive, they are not ready, and they do not want to mate. So Sage is the only one that's really doing that. Sasha is a little bit, but Sasha looks like she may have been mated with already at some point today, and that might be why she told the boys no this morning while I was filming. So definitely going to be getting a lot more turkey eggs in the near future. I think that our fertility is probably going to be very, very good for these turkeys. So I can hear another one getting bred right now. So they're definitely going to be just fine. So really looking forward to doing turkey poults. We've got 9 turkey eggs in the incubator. So I think it's going to be a good year for turkeys. In other exciting farm news, look at this beautiful boy. We brought him home. We brought him home. And him home. This breeding pen is our biggest pen by far. We have 12 black copper Moran's hens and 8 girls in here specifically for our olive eggers. So that gives a total of 20 hens in one breeding pen. So when we lost our rooster last week or the week before, I was crushed because we already were a little low on rooster power in this pen to begin with. So adding 3 new boys adds 3 more sets of genetics and greatly increases our fertility in this pen. I wasn't super worried about fertility in this pen, but this just is a guarantee that we're going to have good fertility and really good genetic lines. So I'm really excited about these 3 new black copper Moran's boys in this pen. My goose girls are all still laying really well. All 5 girls are laying. We're getting at least a goose egg a day. At least 1 a day. Usually we'll do like 4 and 1 and then 2 and 3. So we're always getting goose eggs. So really excited about that. I did find a tub for them to fill up so that they had water for mating, because right now they've just been mating in the snow, which is fine, but they do better in water when they mate. So I added some water to hopefully keep fertility nice and high in our goose flock as well. Some of them still prefer a nice little snow bath when the tub is occupied. So for the rabbits, I did some palpating the other day, so I will show you guys the footage that I took of palpating the girls the other day. All right, guys, the time has come to palpate all of our does. I did a lot more research on it and have asked other breeders, and it sounds like the best sweet spot is between day 10 and day 14, and all of our girls should be in that range. So I'm going to go ahead and palpate each one of our does today and see if I can get a good feel and if I think that they are bred or not. So we will see how it goes. So we're gonna start with Amber because I want to use her hut to check all of the does. I know. There we go. Watch your hand. There we go. So from what I saw online, it says if you get them on a flat surface, it's easier to feel. And she is not gonna like it because she's one of my wildest bunnies. So I'm sorry, girl. All right, you want to open it for her, Joe? We have here Miss Twilight. Now, Twilight is an experienced doe, and from everything I read online, that should mean that she's easier to palpate because her muscles are way looser. Just stay put. Okay, if they are, they're like more the soft blueberry stage, which would put her at like day 10. Amy is our oldest doe. She's 3, and she is very soft and squishy. So, and she's tamer. So, I'm hoping we'll be able to feel something on her. But look at how it's bulging on the other side. Okay. Next up is Livy, and she is my wildest doe. Okay, I'm gonna confirm Livy as bred. All right, next we have Shadow, who is still by far my biggest doe. She is just huge. No, she is open. So her and Amy are both open. Now, in conclusion to that, I'm pretty sure we have Amber bred and Livy bred. And after palpating Shadow a couple more times, because I wanted to put her in with Franklin, I did end up putting her in with Franklin anyways, but I do think that Shadow might be bred as well. Her abdomen just feels quite hard, and when I checked a couple days ago, she felt like she could maybe have lumps, but I was worried that it might be poop because I might have been too high up along the spine. But when I checked her again, the lumps felt a little bit bigger. And then when I checked her again this morning, I couldn't feel really lumps anymore, but her abdomen was hard. So I am not 100% convinced that she is bred, but I'm not 100% convinced she's not either. So we'll wait and see for Shadow, and we'll wait and see for the other two because they still have, I think, about 2 to 3 weeks left in their pregnancies. For Amy, we're going to wait a while. Her ears, I thought were good and healed enough, but she was still just really cranky. And Twilight did breed. She bred within 30 seconds. So we did rebreed Twilight, but she only let him breed once, and then she was really irritated and grumpy and fighting him. So I am not really sure what the deal was with that. So I'm going to put her back in today because she did only let him do the once, and see how she is and go from there. They don't usually catch on the first, like, one attempt. So I'm going to let them try again, and we'll see where we are at with that, and hopefully we get bunnies soon. We are dying for baby bunnies right now. Miss Stella just came running out of the boxes, so I'm assuming that means we have... Oh, we got Colette. Yeah, looks like she was in there. A little peek. There it is. Oh, there's another one. Somebody already laid today. We had 2 yesterday, so that's pretty good. All right, I brought the girls more straw, filled all the chicken boxes up, and gave the turkey girls a little bit more in the bottom there especially, and then more in here as well, so that they have a little bit more options for laying. I also flipped this around because it was on the other side, so that's a little bit more private, and then it makes this a little bit more inviting rather than being open facing everybody. So the cuckoo rooster, that one, has been showing signs of aggression to me, but not like super bad. I just always make sure I watch my back. And this morning he decided was the morning to fight. So I couldn't remember exactly what I saw on TikTok, but after managing him attacking me, caught him, flipped him upside down, rocked him like a baby, held him on his back upside down on the ground for a while till he like chilled out, and then let him go. And he's a lot more humble. So I've heard if you do that a couple times, it can help. I'm gonna keep looking up the things and see if we can get him to simmer down. My biggest issue with the cuckoos is that they were extremely hard to find. So I have one line from Alberta and one line from the States, which was a bit of a bugger to do and a lot of work. So I can't just find a new cuckoo rooster. So I'm gonna have to manage him the best I can and see what we can do for his behavior. If he has to go, that means that a lot of our hens also have to go because I won't have enough power going on. I'm wondering if having the new roosters is bugging him because they're right there. Trying to give him the benefit of the doubt. We'll see what we can do to kind of manage him, and we definitely can't have a rooster constantly attacking me and the kids, so that's a no-no. Well, look who's back. We had sold a turkey in December that we had to pick up again because they were pretty sure it is a tom. I am still convinced that it is a hen. I could be wrong. Turkeys are really hard to tell, but it doesn't have the crunkle development that a tom would. So it could just be an immature tom, but it's definitely still acting like a hen. And right now it is in that rooster coop with the other turkey that we have in there. And it's definitely behaving more like a turkey hen around the tom. I haven't seen them fight once. I kept an eye on them yesterday, and usually if you put 2 toms together for the first time, there'd be some sort of squabbling. Nothing. It's been very submissive. So we'll see how that turns out. If it is a tom, then we will eat it. If it is a hen, then we will try and resell it again. So we got an extra turkey again for a while. All right, guys. It is incubator season, and I have been prepping you guys, telling you that we are getting close. And last week on Saturday, we set up our incubators. I'm going to show you guys what we've got cooking. Here we go. The first week of cabinet eggs is here. There is 96 chicken eggs and 9 turkey eggs in the bottom. They're hard to see in the back. So for these eggs, the reason that the turkeys are on the second shelf, turkey eggs actually take 28 days to hatch and not 21. So they'll actually hatch a week later. So they're on the bottom because this week we're going to be adding another set of chicken eggs, and I will just add them to this second row. I'm not 100% decided if I want to continue doing turkey eggs in here because it takes away from doing all of the chicken eggs, but I haven't decided what I want to do quite yet for turkey eggs and incubating. So this is a test batch to see how well they do in the cabinet, and we'll go from there. Now for the geese, I have my trusted Incubator that I love very much. So I've got some in there. And then I actually traded one of my Nurture Right 360s for a little giant incubator that is also tall to do all of the geese in, because the Nurture Rights are just a little bit squishy for goose eggs and they don't turn in there anyways, and they roll around, and I don't love the Nurture Rights for goose eggs. So I got another styrofoam incubator to do goslings in. So in the goose incubator, we currently have 21 goose eggs, and I'm so excited. All right, guys, that is everything that I have for you today. It is still exciting around here. Still waiting for goat babies in 8 weeks now, and still waiting for some rabbit babies, which is hopefully 2 weeks away. And the incubators are now 2 weeks away as well for our very first hatch. So we are so excited for all that this month has in store for us. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.